The Millionaire Method. A Money Mastery Audiobook. Welcome to Money Mastery Audiobooks, your destination for practical lessons on wealth creation, financial freedom, investing, entrepreneurship, personal finance, and success. Today's audiobook is called The Millionaire Method. If you're ready to transform the way you think about money, build lasting wealth, and learn the principles that have helped countless ordinary people achieve extraordinary financial success, then you're in the right place. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every new audiobook is designed to help you grow your financial knowledge, develop a wealth-building mindset, and move one step closer to financial freedom. Many people believe that becoming a millionaire requires winning the lottery, inheriting a fortune, or having incredible luck. But the truth is very different. Most self-made millionaires didn't get rich overnight. They followed a method. They developed habits that consistently moved them toward wealth, made smart financial decisions, invested for the long term, and remained disciplined even when progress seemed slow. The good news is that these principles are not reserved for a select few. They can be learned, practiced, and applied by anyone who is willing to be patient, stay disciplined, and keep improving over time. In today's audiobook, you'll discover the 6 essential methods that form the foundation of lasting wealth. We'll explore how successful people think about money, how they increase their income, manage their finances wisely, invest with confidence, build income-producing assets, and protect the wealth they create for future generations. This isn't about chasing quick riches or get-rich-quick schemes. It's about building a strong financial foundation that can grow year after year through consistent action and wise decision-making. So, find a comfortable place, remove distractions, keep an open mind, and let's begin your journey through the Millionaire Method. Introduction. What separates millionaires from everyone else? Is it intelligence? Is it luck? Is it coming from a wealthy family? While those factors may help some people, they are not the deciding factors for the vast majority of self-made millionaires. More often than not, the biggest difference lies in the choices they make every day, the habits they develop over time, and the mindset they bring to every financial decision. Wealth rarely appears overnight. It is built gradually through consistent action. Every dollar saved, every skill learned, every wise investment, and every disciplined decision becomes another brick in the foundation of long-term financial success. Many people believe that becoming a millionaire requires earning an enormous salary. Others think they need the perfect business idea or must take huge financial risks. Some even believe that the opportunity to build wealth has already passed them by. These are common myths that prevent people from taking the first step toward financial freedom. The reality is that many millionaires started with ordinary jobs, modest incomes, and very little money. What set them apart was not where they started but how they managed what they had. They understood that wealth is created through consistent habits, careful planning, continuous learning, and patience. Patience is one of the most underrated ingredients of financial success. In a world that celebrates instant results, building wealth requires a willingness to think years ahead rather than days ahead. Successful people understand that the greatest financial rewards often come from small, wise decisions repeated consistently over long periods of time. Discipline is equally important. It's easy to make good financial decisions when everything is going well, but true wealth builders stay committed during difficult seasons. They continue saving, investing, learning, and improving even when progress seems slow because they understand that consistency always beats occasional bursts of motivation. Long-term thinking changes everything. Instead of asking, "How can I make money today?" millionaires often ask, "How can I build something that will continue creating value for years to come?" This shift in thinking influences how they spend, save, invest, and grow their income. Throughout this audiobook, you'll discover 6 practical methods that have helped countless people build lasting wealth. You'll learn how to develop a millionaire mindset, increase your earning potential, manage your money wisely, invest with confidence, build assets that generate income, and protect the wealth you create for yourself and future generations. These principles are simple, practical, and timeless. You don't need to master them all in a single day. The goal is to understand them, apply them consistently, and allow time to work in your favor. Remember, becoming a millionaire is not about chasing quick riches. It is about becoming the kind of person who consistently makes wise financial decisions. As your habits improve, your finances often improve with them. With that foundation in place, let's begin with the first and most important method of all, developing the millionaire mindset. Chapter 1: Develop the millionaire mindset. Every great financial success begins with the way a person thinks. Before someone builds a successful business, creates a profitable investment portfolio, or reaches financial independence, they first develop the mindset that makes those achievements possible. The millionaire mindset is not about believing you're rich when you're not. It is about adopting the attitudes, habits, and perspectives that lead to long-term wealth. Your thoughts influence your decisions shape your habits, and your habits ultimately determine your financial future. One of the biggest obstacles to building wealth is limiting beliefs about money. Many people grow up hearing statements such as, "Money is the root of all evil," "Rich people are greedy," or "I'll never be wealthy because I wasn't born into the right family." These beliefs become deeply rooted over time and often prevent people from recognizing opportunities or taking positive financial action. To develop a millionaire mindset, you must challenge those beliefs. Wealth, by itself, is neither good nor bad. Money is simply a tool. In the hands of a generous person, it can help families, support charities, create businesses, provide jobs, and improve communities. The goal is not to love money but to learn how to manage it wisely and responsibly. Another important shift is learning to think like an investor instead of a spender. A spender asks, "What can I buy today?" An investor asks, "How can this money grow over time?" This simple difference in thinking changes the way people make financial decisions. Before making a purchase, successful wealth builders often ask themselves a few important questions. Will this purchase increase in value or decrease in value? Is it something I truly need, or is it simply an emotional decision? Could this money be invested in a way that creates more opportunities in the future? Thinking like an investor doesn't mean you can never enjoy your money. It means you understand the difference between spending for temporary satisfaction and investing for lasting financial security. Millionaires often delay short-term pleasures because they are focused on achieving much greater rewards in the future. Taking responsibility for your financial future is another key part of the millionaire mindset. It's easy to blame the economy, your upbringing, your employer, or your circumstances for financial struggles. While these factors can certainly create challenges, lasting change begins when you accept responsibility for the decisions you can control. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to learn new skills. You can choose to save consistently. You can choose to spend wisely, invest regularly, and continue improving yourself year after year. Confidence also plays a major role in wealth creation. Confidence doesn't mean believing you'll never fail. It means believing that failure is an opportunity to learn rather than a reason to quit. Nearly every successful entrepreneur, investor, and business owner has experienced setbacks along the way. What separates them from others is their willingness to keep moving forward despite disappointment. Resilience is equally important. Financial success is rarely a straight path. Markets rise and fall. Businesses face challenges. Investments may lose value temporarily. Unexpected expenses will occur. Those who build lasting wealth understand that setbacks are temporary if they continue making wise decisions over the long term. Developing a long-term vision is another characteristic shared by many millionaires. They don't simply think about next week or next month. They think about where they want to be in 5, 10, or even 20 years. Every financial decision is measured against that larger vision. Imagine where you would like your financial life to be a decade from now. Would you like to own a successful business? Be debt-free? Have a growing investment portfolio? Own income-producing property? Enjoy financial independence? Having a clear vision gives your daily financial decisions purpose and direction. It's also important to surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with often influence your habits, beliefs, and expectations. Seek out books, podcasts, audiobooks, mentors, and communities that encourage growth, discipline, and financial wisdom. The more you expose yourself to successful thinking, the more naturally those habits become part of your own life. Never stop learning. The world of business, investing, and personal finance continues to evolve. Every new skill you acquire increases your value and opens doors to greater opportunities. The most successful people are lifelong students who understand that knowledge is one of the greatest investments they can ever make. Remember that becoming a millionaire is not a single event. It is the result of thousands of wise decisions made consistently over many years. Every dollar you save, every book you read, every skill you develop, and every investment you make moves you one step closer to your financial goals. The millionaire mindset is built through daily habits, personal responsibility, patience, resilience, and a commitment to continuous improvement. Master this foundation, and every other wealth-building strategy becomes far more effective. Now that we've established the mindset required for lasting financial success, let's move on to the next method, increasing your income and creating more opportunities to build wealth. Chapter 2, Increase Your Income. One of the greatest truths about building wealth is simple: while managing your money wisely is essential, there is only so much you can save. There is virtually no limit, however, to how much you can increase your ability to earn. Many people focus all their attention on cutting expenses. While living below your means is an important habit, true wealth is often built by increasing your income while maintaining financial discipline. The larger the gap between what you earn and what you spend, the more money you have available to save, invest, and build assets. Your income is the engine that powers your financial future. The stronger the engine, the greater your ability to create wealth. One of the best investments you can ever make is in yourself. Your knowledge, skills, experience, and character are assets that no economic downturn can completely take away. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Ask yourself an important question: what skills do people willingly pay for? Successful people continually develop skills that solve problems and create value. These might include sales, communication, leadership, marketing, negotiation, management, writing, public speaking, programming, design, or financial knowledge. The more problems you can solve, the more valuable you become in the marketplace. Learning should never stop after school or university. Some of the world's most successful people dedicate time every day to reading books, listening to audiobooks, attending seminars, taking online courses, and learning from experienced mentors. They understand that every new skill has the potential to increase their income for years to come. Another powerful strategy is creating multiple income streams. Relying on a single paycheck can leave you financially vulnerable. If that income disappears unexpectedly, your financial stability may disappear with it. Building additional sources of income creates greater security and opens more opportunities for wealth creation. These additional income streams could include a side business, freelance work, consulting, online services, investments, rental income, royalties, or digital products. The goal isn't necessarily to start all of them at once. Instead, begin with one additional source of income and gradually expand over time. Starting a business is another path many millionaires have followed. A business allows you to create value on a larger scale and, in many cases, removes the limitations of earning only an hourly wage or fixed salary. A successful business doesn't always require a revolutionary idea. Many profitable businesses simply solve everyday problems better, faster, or more efficiently than others. Whether it's providing a service, selling products, teaching a skill, or helping companies improve their operations, businesses succeed by delivering value. Of course, entrepreneurship also involves risk. Not every business succeeds immediately, and setbacks are part of the journey. The key is to learn from mistakes, improve continuously, and remain committed to serving customers well. Even if you don't own a business, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset can improve your career. Look for ways to become more valuable to your employer, contribute more effectively to your team, and solve problems that others avoid. People who consistently create value often receive promotions, higher salaries, and greater opportunities. It's also important to understand the relationship between time and income. Many people exchange time directly for money. While this is a perfectly respectable way to earn a living, wealth builders also look for opportunities to earn income that is not entirely dependent on the hours they work. This is where investments, businesses, and income-producing assets become increasingly valuable over time. As your income grows, avoid the temptation to immediately increase your spending. This is known as lifestyle inflation. Many people receive a raise only to spend every extra dollar on a larger house, newer car, or more expensive lifestyle. As a result, their financial situation changes very little despite earning more. Instead, allow your income to grow faster than your expenses. Use additional earnings to pay off debt, build investments, and create assets that generate future income. This approach accelerates wealth creation far more effectively than simply spending everything you earn. Remember that success rarely happens overnight. Every new skill takes time to master. Every business requires effort to grow. Every career advancement demands consistent excellence. Be patient with yourself while remaining committed to continuous improvement. The highest earners are often those who continue learning long after others have stopped. They adapt to changing markets, embrace new technologies, improve their communication skills, and remain curious throughout their lives. Increasing your income is not about working endlessly without balance. It's about becoming more valuable, creating greater opportunities, and positioning yourself to build lasting financial freedom. As your earning power grows, you'll have more resources available to save, invest, and build wealth. Combined with wise financial habits, increasing your income becomes one of the most powerful methods for achieving long-term financial success. Now that we've explored how to increase your earning potential, let's move on to the next essential step: mastering your money so that every dollar you earn works toward your financial future. Chapter 3: Master Money Management. Earning more money is an important step toward building wealth, but high income alone does not guarantee financial success. History is filled with examples of people who earned millions of dollars yet ended up in financial trouble because they never learned how to manage their money wisely. The truth is simple: it's not just how much you make that matters, it's how much you keep and how effectively you use it. Money management is the bridge between earning an income and building lasting wealth. Without it, even a large paycheck can disappear as quickly as it arrives. With it, even an average income can become the foundation for financial independence. The first principle of effective money management is having a plan for every dollar you earn. This is where budgeting becomes valuable. Many people think of a budget as something restrictive, but in reality, a budget gives you freedom. It tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. A budget helps you prioritize what matters most and ensures that your financial decisions align with your long-term goals. Begin by understanding your monthly income and your regular expenses. Separate your essential needs from your discretionary spending. Then decide in advance how much you will save, invest, and spend each month. When you have a clear plan, you're far less likely to make impulsive financial decisions. One of the most powerful habits practiced by wealthy individuals is paying yourself first. Most people pay everyone else before they save anything. They pay their rent or mortgage, utility bills, groceries, transportation costs, and entertainment expenses. If there is money left at the end of the month, they save it. Unfortunately, for many people, there is rarely anything left. Successful wealth builders reverse this process. They treat saving and investing as their first financial priority. The moment they receive income, they automatically set aside a portion for their future before spending on anything else. This habit ensures that wealth continues growing regardless of unexpected expenses or temporary temptations. Even if you begin with a small percentage, consistency is far more important than perfection. Another important principle is avoiding lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation occurs when your spending increases every time your income increases. You receive a raise and immediately upgrade your car. You earn more money and move into a more expensive home. Before long, every increase in income has been matched by an increase in expenses, leaving little room for saving or investing. Millionaires often resist this temptation. Instead of spending every additional dollar they earn, they use much of that extra income to purchase investments and assets that will continue producing wealth for years to come. Living below your means does not mean living without enjoyment. It means making intentional decisions about your spending. Spend generously on what truly adds value to your life, but avoid unnecessary purchases that only provide temporary satisfaction while delaying your long-term financial goals. Debt is another area that requires careful management. Not all debt is the same. Some forms of borrowing may be used responsibly to acquire productive assets, such as certain business investments or carefully evaluated real estate opportunities. However, high-interest consumer debt used to finance unnecessary purchases can become one of the greatest obstacles to building wealth. Every payment made toward high-interest debt is money that cannot be invested for your future. Eliminating unnecessary debt increases your financial flexibility and allows more of your income to work for you instead of for lenders. If you have debt, create a realistic repayment plan. Focus on making consistent progress while avoiding the accumulation of new unnecessary debt. Every payment moves you one step closer to greater financial freedom. Another essential part of money management is building an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Unexpected medical expenses, vehicle repairs, home maintenance, or temporary job loss can happen to anyone. Without savings, these events often force people into debt. An emergency fund provides financial stability during difficult times. It gives you peace of mind, reduces stress, and allows you to handle unexpected situations without disrupting your long-term financial goals. Start by setting aside small amounts consistently. Over time, those savings can grow into a financial safety net that protects both your finances and your confidence. Automation can also make money management much easier. Consider setting up automatic transfers into savings or investment accounts whenever you receive income. By making saving automatic, you remove the temptation to spend money that should be building your future. Another habit shared by financially successful people is regularly reviewing their finances. They know where their money is going. They track their progress, evaluate their goals, and make adjustments when necessary. Small corrections made consistently often prevent much larger financial problems later. Remember that every dollar has a purpose. It can be spent, saved, invested, donated, or wasted. The choices you make with your money today will shape the opportunities available to you tomorrow. Financial freedom is rarely the result of one brilliant decision. It is usually the result of thousands of wise financial decisions repeated consistently over many years. When you learn to manage your money with discipline and intention, you create a solid foundation upon which lasting wealth can be built. Now that you've learned how to control your money instead of allowing your money to control you, it's time to explore the next step in the Millionaire Method, making your money work for you through the power of investing. Chapter 4, Make Your Money Work for You. There comes a point in every wealth-building journey when your money should begin working just as hard as you do. Many people spend their entire lives exchanging time for money. They work a certain number of hours, receive a paycheck, pay their bills, and repeat the cycle month after month. While there is nothing wrong with honest work, true financial freedom often begins when your money starts generating more money. This is where investing becomes one of the most powerful tools for building long-term wealth. Investing simply means putting your money into assets that have the potential to grow in value or generate income over time. Instead of allowing your savings to sit idle, investing gives your money the opportunity to work on your behalf. One of the greatest advantages investors have is time. The earlier you begin investing, the more opportunity your money has to grow through compound growth. Compound growth occurs when your investment earns returns, and those returns begin earning returns of their own. Over many years, this creates a powerful snowball effect that can significantly increase your wealth. At first, the growth may seem slow. During the early years, progress can appear almost invisible. But with patience and consistency, compound growth accelerates, making the later years far more rewarding than the beginning. This is why successful investors often start as early as possible. They understand that time in the market is generally more valuable than trying to predict the perfect moment to invest. Many beginners worry about finding the perfect time to buy investments. They wait for prices to fall, for the economy to improve, or for the next big opportunity. Unfortunately, waiting for perfect conditions often results in years of missed growth. Instead of trying to time the market perfectly, many experienced investors focus on investing consistently. By investing regularly over a long period, they reduce the emotional pressure of trying to predict short-term market movements and benefit from long-term growth. Consistency is often more important than perfection. Even modest investments made consistently over many years can produce meaningful results. The habit of investing regularly matters far more than making occasional large investments while ignoring your long-term plan. Another important principle is diversification. Diversification simply means avoiding the mistake of placing all your money into one investment or one type of asset. Markets change, industries evolve, and unexpected events can affect individual companies or sectors. By spreading investments across different types of assets, you reduce the impact that any single investment may have on your overall financial future. Diversification cannot eliminate risk completely, but it helps manage risk more effectively over the long term. Successful investors also understand the relationship between risk and reward. Every investment carries some level of risk. The goal is not to eliminate risk entirely, because that is impossible. Instead, the goal is to understand the risks involved, make informed decisions, and avoid taking unnecessary risks that could seriously damage your financial future. Emotions can be one of the greatest enemies of successful investing. When markets rise quickly, some people become overly excited and invest without careful thought. When markets decline, fear often causes people to sell their investments at the worst possible time. Wealthy investors recognize these emotional traps and remain focused on their long-term strategy rather than reacting to short-term headlines. Patience is one of the greatest advantages an investor can develop. Financial markets naturally experience periods of growth and decline. Temporary setbacks are part of the investing journey. Those who remain disciplined and continue investing according to a thoughtful plan often benefit from long-term growth despite short-term uncertainty. Investing also requires continuous learning. Before committing your money to any investment, take time to understand what you're investing in. Learn how different investments work, study their risks, and make decisions based on knowledge rather than emotion or popular opinion. One of the most valuable habits you can develop is regularly setting aside money specifically for investing. Treat your investments like an important monthly expense rather than something you only do when you have extra money available. This habit creates consistency and allows your wealth to grow steadily over time. It's also important to periodically review your investment strategy. As your income, goals, and stage of life change, your investment approach may need adjustments. Staying informed helps ensure your financial plan continues supporting your long-term objectives. Remember that investing is not about becoming wealthy overnight. It is about building wealth gradually through disciplined decisions, patience, and the remarkable power of time. Every dollar you invest today has the potential to create opportunities for tomorrow. The sooner your money begins working for you, the sooner you move from relying solely on your own efforts to benefiting from the growth of your financial assets. As your investments grow, you'll begin creating a financial foundation that is capable of producing income long into the future. Now that you understand how investing helps your money grow, let's explore the next step in the Millionaire Method, building assets that continue producing income year after year. Chapter 5, Build Assets that Produce Income. One of the defining characteristics of self-made millionaires is that they focus on acquiring assets rather than accumulating liabilities. This simple distinction has a profound impact on long-term financial success. While many people spend their income on items that lose value over time, wealthy individuals consistently purchase assets that have the potential to grow in value or generate income. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities is one of the most important financial lessons you can learn. An asset is something that has the potential to increase your wealth. It may generate income, appreciate in value over time, or do both. A liability, on the other hand, is something that costs you money to own and often decreases in value over time. This doesn't mean every liability should be avoided. Many purchases improve our quality of life and serve important purposes. The key is to recognize the difference and ensure that your assets continue growing faster than your liabilities. Successful wealth builders ask a different question before making financial decisions. Instead of asking, "What can I afford?" they ask, "Will this purchase help build my financial future?" One of the most effective ways to build wealth is through income-producing assets. These are assets that continue generating cash flow long after the initial work has been completed. Instead of relying entirely on earned income from a job, income-producing assets create additional financial resources that can be saved, reinvested, or used to achieve greater financial independence. Businesses are one example of an income-producing asset. A well-managed business has the potential to generate profits while creating value for customers and providing opportunities for employees. Many millionaires have built their wealth by identifying problems, offering solutions, and serving people consistently over many years. Not every business becomes a global company, and it doesn't need to. Even a small, profitable business can become an excellent wealth-building asset when managed wisely and focused on delivering value. Real estate is another asset class that has helped many people build long-term wealth. Rental properties, when carefully researched and responsibly managed, may provide regular rental income while also offering the possibility of long-term appreciation. Real estate requires careful planning, financial discipline, and ongoing management, but for many investors it has become an important part of a diversified wealth-building strategy. Another example of income-producing assets includes investments that distribute dividends. Some companies choose to share a portion of their profits with shareholders through dividend payments. Reinvesting those dividends can further increase the power of compound growth, allowing your investment portfolio to grow even faster over time. Today's digital economy has also created entirely new opportunities to build scalable assets. Digital products such as online courses, ebooks, software, mobile applications, educational content, membership communities, and other digital resources can continue generating income long after they have been created. While building these assets requires time and effort up front, they often have the ability to reach people around the world without the limitations of a traditional business. The key idea is to create value that continues working even when you're not actively exchanging your time for money. As your assets begin generating income, consider reinvesting a portion of that income into acquiring even more assets. This creates a cycle where each new asset helps finance the next one, gradually accelerating your wealth-building journey. This process requires patience. Most valuable assets are not built overnight. Businesses take time to grow. Investment portfolios require years of consistent contributions. Real estate investments often appreciate gradually. Digital products require ongoing improvement and marketing. The people who succeed are usually those who remain committed long enough to experience the benefits of compounding. Avoid the temptation to chase every new trend or investment opportunity that promises instant wealth. Focus instead on acquiring quality assets that produce long-term value. Consistency almost always outperforms impulsive decision-making. As your collection of assets grows, you'll notice an important shift. Instead of depending entirely on your next paycheck, you'll begin receiving income from multiple sources. This creates greater financial stability, more opportunities, and increased freedom to make choices based on your goals rather than financial pressure. Building assets is not simply about becoming wealthy. It is about creating financial independence. It is about giving yourself and your family more security, more opportunities, and more freedom over how you spend your time. Remember, Every asset you acquire is another step toward a future where your money works for you instead of requiring you to work for every dollar you earn. Now that you've learned how to build assets that generate income, let's move to the final method of this audiobook: protecting and multiplying the wealth you have worked so hard to create. Chapter 6: Protect and Multiply Your Wealth. Building wealth is a remarkable achievement, but creating wealth is only half the journey. The other half is protecting it, growing it wisely, and ensuring it continues to benefit you and those you care about for many years to come. Many people work hard to build financial success, only to lose it through poor planning, unnecessary risks, or a lack of preparation. Self-made millionaires understand that preserving wealth requires just as much discipline as creating it. One of the first steps in protecting your wealth is learning to manage risk. Every investment, business, and financial decision involves some level of uncertainty. Wise wealth builders don't ignore risk, but they also don't allow fear to stop them from taking action. Instead, they educate themselves, gather information, and make thoughtful decisions based on careful planning rather than emotion. Avoid making major financial decisions based solely on excitement or fear. If an opportunity promises extraordinary returns with little or no risk, approach it with caution. Sustainable wealth is usually built through patience and sound decision-making, not shortcuts. Another key principle is maintaining financial flexibility. Life is unpredictable. Economies change, industries evolve, and unexpected challenges can arise without warning. Having savings, manageable debt, and diversified sources of income gives you the ability to adapt when circumstances change. Flexibility also means avoiding unnecessary financial commitments that place excessive pressure on your future income. Leave room in your financial life for opportunities as well as unexpected challenges. Continuous learning is another habit shared by successful millionaires. The financial world never stands still. New technologies emerge, markets change, industries evolve, and new opportunities appear every year. Those who remain committed to learning place themselves in a stronger position to recognize opportunities and avoid costly mistakes. Read books regularly. Listen to educational audiobooks and podcasts. Learn from experienced investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Stay curious, ask questions, and continue improving your financial knowledge throughout your life. Knowledge compounds just like money. Every lesson you learn today can influence countless financial decisions in the future. Another valuable asset is the people you surround yourself with. Your network often shapes your opportunities. Spending time with people who encourage growth, responsibility, and continuous improvement can positively influence your own habits and decisions. Look for mentors who have already achieved goals similar to yours. Learn from their successes, but also from their mistakes. Building genuine relationships with people of integrity can open doors that knowledge alone cannot. Remember that networking is not simply about receiving help. It's about creating mutually beneficial relationships, providing value to others, and building trust over time. Successful millionaires also rely on systems rather than motivation. Motivation is powerful, but it comes and goes. Systems create consistency. For example, automatic savings plans, regular investment contributions, scheduled financial reviews, monthly budgeting sessions, and clearly defined financial goals help ensure progress continues even when motivation is low. Good systems reduce the number of decisions you need to make because positive financial habits become part of your routine. Think about your own financial systems. Are your savings automatic? Do you review your finances regularly? Do you have written goals that guide your decisions? Small systems, repeated consistently, often produce extraordinary long-term results. As your wealth grows, it's also worth thinking about the legacy you want to leave behind. True wealth is not measured only by the size of a bank account. It is measured by the opportunities you create, the people you help, and the positive impact your resources have on others. A financial legacy may include providing security for your family, supporting charitable causes, helping future generations receive education, building businesses that create employment, or investing in projects that improve your community. Money is most meaningful when it becomes a tool for creating lasting value. Protecting your wealth also means protecting your character. Remain humble as your financial success grows. Continue living with gratitude, generosity, and integrity. Wealth can provide opportunities, but your values determine how those opportunities are used. Never allow financial success to stop your personal growth. Continue learning, serving others, and making decisions that reflect wisdom rather than pride. The Millionaire Method is not simply about reaching a certain financial number. It is about building a life of stability, freedom, responsibility, and purpose. By managing risk wisely, continuing your education, surrounding yourself with the right people, building dependable financial systems, and thinking beyond your own lifetime, you place yourself in the strongest possible position to protect and multiply everything you have worked so hard to build. You now have the complete framework of the Millionaire Method. In the final section of this audiobook, we'll bring these 6 principles together and discuss how you can begin applying them to your own financial journey starting today. Conclusion. Congratulations on reaching the end of the Millionaire Method. Throughout this audiobook, we've explored 6 timeless principles that have helped countless people build lasting wealth. While each principle is powerful on its own, their true strength comes from applying them together, consistently, over time. We began by developing the millionaire mindset. We learned that lasting wealth starts with the way you think, the beliefs you hold about money, and the habits you practice every day. Next, we discussed the importance of increasing your income by becoming more valuable, learning new skills, creating multiple income streams, and investing in yourself before anything else. We then explored money management, discovering that wealth is not determined by how much you earn alone, but by how wisely you manage, save, and invest the money that passes through your hands. After that, we learned how to make our money work for us through investing. We saw the incredible power of compound growth, consistent investing, patience, and long-term thinking. We also examined the importance of building assets that generate income. Businesses, investments, real estate, and scalable digital assets all have the potential to create financial freedom by producing value long into the future. Finally, we discussed protecting and multiplying your wealth by managing risk wisely, continuing to learn, surrounding yourself with the right people, building dependable systems, and thinking about the legacy you want to leave behind. These 6 methods are not secret formulas or shortcuts to instant riches. They are practical principles that require discipline, patience, and consistent action. The good news is that you don't need to master everything today. Simply begin where you are. Take one lesson from this audiobook and apply it this week. Read one book. Learn one new skill. Create a budget. Increase your savings. Start investing. Build your first asset. Small actions repeated consistently have the power to transform your financial future. Remember, every millionaire was once a beginner. Every successful investor made a first investment. Every business owner started with an idea. Every journey toward financial freedom begins with a single decision to take action. The future you dream about is built by the choices you make today. Stay patient, remain disciplined, continue learning, and trust the process. Over time, those small decisions can produce extraordinary results. Your financial future is not determined by where you are today, but by the direction you choose to move from this moment forward. Thank you for spending this time with Money Mastery Audiobooks. We hope the Millionaire Method has given you practical knowledge, fresh inspiration, and the confidence to continue building a stronger financial future. If you enjoyed this audiobook and found it valuable, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is also working toward financial freedom. Your support helps us continue creating free audiobooks on wealth building, investing, entrepreneurship, personal finance, and success. Don't forget to explore our growing collection of audiobooks, where you'll find more practical lessons designed to help you improve your financial knowledge, develop a wealth-building mindset, and take control of your future. Remember, wealth is not created by luck. It is built through knowledge, discipline, consistent action, and the willingness to keep learning every single day. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, keep investing in yourself, and continue taking one step at a time toward the life of financial freedom you deserve. We'll see you in the next Money Mastery audiobook.